Hey y'all, it is January the 23rd, 2018. And y'all want to holler at y'all about a few things that you may or may not be aware of. Right? I want to holler at y'all about a couple things. Some things that have come to light to myself only recently, to be honest with you. Alright. I gotta share something, I guess. I share a little story with y'all, just so that you know where I'm coming from. A number of years ago, just to be very brief, I got very addicted. Alright. Extremely addicted. I was in the grips of addiction. What was it? Was it women? Was it dope? Was it smack? Was it some of that cream? No, it wasn't. I got addicted to downloading music, y'all. Straight addicted to the point where you wouldn't even believe, to be honest with you. I got overly anxious about it, all sort of things. Very obsessive, compulsive about it. And in doing so, and downloading music the way that I did constantly, it built itself to epic proportions. All right, epic proportions. And I'm not saying this to brag, but to illustrate what I was figuring out even back then. Because I was obsessively compulsively downloading all this music. I was downloading music from artists I never even heard of. Just because I was downloading music like crazy. And every day for me was Christmas morning for a while, to be honest with you. I mean, I was going nuts. Every time I got new music, I would listen to it, and I was going nuts. I was going nuts, y'all. Just to keep it very brief, I wound up getting separated from the archive that I had built up. Actually, a lot of bad things were happening in my life at that time, but one of the bad things was I was separated from that archive, that I had built up. And y'all, I'm talking about like I had 1,000 artists. And I'm not exaggerating to you either. About 1,000. All right, on average, I had about 12, 15 songs from each one. All right, about 12, 15,000 songs. And what I was realizing in back then is it didn't matter. It didn't matter how fast I downloaded. There was no way I would ever download it all. It just wasn't possible. Even if I were to concentrate on one genre, it'd still be hard. That's what I gotta explain. I mean, it would still be very, very hard. I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. All right, so I realized that back then. And then I got separated from the archive, and for years now, I don't download music like the way that I used to. Not at all. I have an archive that's a small sliver of a fraction compared to what I used to have. But I'm cool with that. I put it in my phone and I take it everywhere I go. I'm still addicted to music and listening to music. I mean, I like music. I like even performing music, but more so, I really really like listening to music. I get off on it. All right. I get like I said, just I start tweaking out, if you will, on the music. Right. I want to explain that, over this past week, I started this channel. It's Kayla Nicole Davis Musical Initiative, the Kayla Nicole Davis Music Network. I started this channel for lots of reasons, right? I mean, the biggest reason, obviously, is because of the story of Kayla Nicole Davis. And it's because of her story that I wanted everybody, I felt it necessary that everybody gets a chance to be heard. Right? Because that was one of the tragic things about Kayla Nicole is that as it turns out, nobody worth a damn ever stopped to listen to Kayla Nicole as far as her singing. I mean, you can see quite clearly she just wanted someone to watch her sing and dance, maybe. She was doing little girl stuff, what little girls do. And meanwhile, there wasn't nobody there to pay her no attention. Nobody for what it's worth of any worth. All right, so part of the inspiration to start this channel was to make sure that every last person, no matter what your skill set, no matter if you're beginning or not, you get a chance to be heard. In fact, you get put in the spotlight. You get put right up in the front row. All right. Not only that, but there's many aspects to it. As I was starting this channel, I remember back in my downloading days, it just brought me back. because I've been tweaking out on all these artists and all these new bangers. I'm obsessed with it. If y'all haven't noticed, I'm very obsessed with it, you know. I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, all these artists that I know them by the dozens and dozens now. And every time they come out with something new, I have to listen to it immediately. I have to. It's a weird, freakish talent that I have. And it might seem... I never thought it would get me nowhere, to be honest with you. All right? I never really thought about it too hard, but it's a freakish talent that I have. I mean, anybody can listen to music, but I listen to it constantly. I have a constant thirst for it. Now it's not so much in downloading music as much as it is just listening. I want to listen. I want to be the first one. I want to be getting the exclusives. I want to be very, very fresh with it. I want to hear minutes old music, and that's how I want to live my life. All right? And that's how I want this channel to be fashioned, and that's how it is fashioned, to where you get the absolute freshest of the fresh. You know what I'm saying? You get it all day. You get the Hall of Fame bangers. You get nonstop. You just can't listen to it all. Neither can I, y'all. I try to keep up, but I can't. All right. But I wanted to give everybody out there that kind of an opportunity, not only to be seen if they want to be seen, not only to be heard if they want to be heard. All right. But the opportunity to be absolutely drowning in music. All right. To not know which way is up and down, basically, because you're just so drowning in music. That's what I wanted to give an opportunity out there for everybody. All right. As you can tell, it ain't that hard. I mean, you come on this channel, it's hard to not see new stuff all over the place constantly. All right. That's what I'm bringing you here. All right. But the reason why I want to tell you all this story, or the reason why I brought up my freakishly good talents, the reason I brought it up is because it just became very apparent to me why it is that I'm the one who's running this channel. That basically I do have something of a calling for it. I have a freakish nature of being able to listen to all this music constantly and fiending for it the way that I do. All right, it would only make sense that I would start this channel. That being said, of course, this channel and this movement goes on whether or not I'm here. All right, I could die today, and I almost did die today. I might share you that story later. But, you know, I could die today, and this movement is still going to proceed, right? And the musical renaissance is absolutely going to proceed, whether or not I have anything to do with it, but I want to take part in it. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, sooner than later, all music is going to be for free as well, and that's a big part of this movement as well. It's a musical renaissance. But I realize, you know, why it is that I have this freakishly good nature of being able to listen to songs constantly, looking forward to them, fiending for them, all sort of different artists. I mean, it's something very tedious. Nothing that I do on this channel is hard to do at all. But you'll have to note that to run this channel, it's extremely tedious. It takes a lot of time out to do it. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of dedication to be able to do it. Right? You had to be straight addicted to all the fresh bangers in order to even run this channel. All right? And what I want to say out there, and what kind of inspired me to share this story with y'all, this is actually a conversation I was having earlier, and a conversation that I've had with, you know, countless times. But I was having a conversation earlier with my bro, El Nino Trevino, who's the coolest guy I know. The thing is, I was having a conversation with him, and, you know, I was telling him about, you know, the musical renaissance, this kind of, the channel that I started, this and that, and how, you know, everything's going to be turned upside down on its head in the music industry, you know, and, you know what I'm saying, I'm just not going to even take no for an answer. And I was telling him about this, and you know, he's wishing me luck, you know, he's telling me, oh, you know, like, you know, that's good that you're doing that and stuff. But he also mentioned that, you know, music these days, y'all, it doesn't have no substance. And so this is why he's kind of fallen out of love with music, and he doesn't, because my boy Andrew Trevino, and like most people when we were young, listen to all sort of music. But these days, he says, you know, the music just don't have no substance. And what I wanted to express, and why I'm giving you all this evidence, is I'm actually an expert on the subject. And what I could tell you right now is you'll never be able to know this. This is a statement that it makes sense because most people would agree. Because, you know, you hear songs that come from the television, or you hear songs that come from the radio, or you'll hear songs maybe that come from one of your friends playing it, or you'll hear songs from the stores playing a song or whatever. And that's where you'll hear songs. Maybe at your workplace, you'll hear songs. All right. And you think to yourself, man, all this stuff is garbage and don't have no substance, and I'm tired of it. And who cares about music? Who really cares about this stuff? What I got to tell you is, as addicted as I am, as much as it is basically a good majority of my life, there's no way to listen to all music. There's no way to listen to all the new music. There's no way. I've only scratched the iceberg, and meanwhile, I have nonstop music that I'm drowning in. There's no way. You can't even, like, for people who are like, oh, all rap music sucks, or oh, country music sucks, or I don't even listen to, 80s pop music or whatever. There's no way that you'll ever know. There really isn't. You'll never ever be able to know what the hell you're talking about. Just to be honest with you just wouldn't know, because the thing is, you have to be straight addicted to even find out that you'll never be able to get down to the bottom of this. All right? It really is. It really is. As far as music goes, like I was saying, the radio, the television, the whatever, the iHeartRadio and everything like this, that's gonna spoon feed you stuff, and it's gonna give you stuff that you're probably not gonna like, stuff that you're not gonna think is very deep, and that's a tragedy. That's a tragedy, but that's pop music in a nutshell. All right. Thing is, there's so much substance. There's so much brilliance. In every single genre, there's so many people that I'll never be able to get to that on the bottom of it. All right, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying, and in doing so, running this channel, because whoever runs this channel needs to be freakishly good at constantly singing music and stuff like that. So, I mean, I might die and someone might take over. You know what I'm saying? If you have what it takes. All right, if you can listen to music like that, man, please do. In fact, you know what? Just do it right now. We're balls deep up in a music renaissance. I'll holler at y'all more about it a little bit later.